ore. The process we are going to discuss. The first step, that is purification of ore. God has given us many things, but not spoon feeding. We have to find, we have to search. So for example, if I want to extract sodium, then sodium is not given, but in the sea water, lot of salt is there. So first thing I want to isolate common salt, that is NaCl, from water. So this process we are calling as purification of ore. So first stage, that is purification of ore. Now various ores are there. I am taking certain names. For example, galena. Galena is ore of lead. Just I am speaking out, you can remember. Hematite, that is ore of iron. Magnetite, ore of iron. Bauxite, ore of aluminium. And like that, various ores are there. But you will not get that in pure form. It is mixed in soil. Usually we are extracting from soil. So it is contaminated with humus. It is contaminated with soil and variety of things. So first stage is there. We want to separate out these ores from impurity. I am not saying separate out metal from impurity. I am saying just separation of ore from impurity. Various methods are available. Say for example, many times we can use a washing technique. Usually, exception like aluminium, metals are heavy. So there are oxides, there are sulfates, sulfides, carbonates, all category of these, they are heavy. So by washing with water, we will get that humus means decayed matter which is present in the soil, that can get away. And heavier portion will remain at bottom. Sometimes we are using a technique that is called as froth flotation technique. I am revising name, froth flotation technique. Let me explain in very simple manner. I am not going in the technical term. I am going to discuss this in very simple manner. You can see here diagram. So first thing, that such diagram, that instrument is there. Now we are adding out contaminated ore over there. Ore, suppose A is name of ore and B is impurity in that. I have to add certain oil. Oil is going to wet only A, that means ore, but B will not get affinity towards oil. So we are mixing out that with oil. We have to mix it and then we have to add water. Now at central part you are seeing stirrer. From that we are stirring out constantly and air is blown. So oil plus water, you are aware, that is giving emulsion. In emulsion, if we are mixing out air, then obvious thing is that froth formation is there, that we are calling foam. And oil is forming foam. So ore particles are attached to foam. They are coming out and now we can say that there is sliding part. From that, ore particles are sliding out with foam and impurities are remaining in the liquid. Maybe possible process is reverse way also. Say for example, ore is not sticking to oil, but impurities are sticking to oil. Then by froth method, we are removing impurity and ore will be there in the vessel. So like that, we are using froth flotation technique. Sometimes ore is magnetic in nature, especially iron, nickel and cobalt. I am revising, we have to use word Fe-Co-Ni. Fe stands for iron, Co cobalt and Ni nickel. They are ferromagnetic substances. Ferromagnetic means we can convert them into permanent magnet. So they are ferromagnetic substances. As a result, we are getting the mineral having certain magnetic properties. And now as I am showing in the diagram, you will see that belt is rotating out. Magnetic component will stick to belt, whereas non-magnetic component will thrown long distance because of centrifugal force as well as gravitational force. And sticky material will stick to belt, which is magnetic one, and fall down because of only gravitational force. So we can separate out this way. Sometimes we are using gravity separation technique, and by just bubbling out, we can check out that ore particles, the heavy particles are going at back side and lighter particles are going at front side. So like that, various methods are there. They are used for concentration of ore. We are calling this as purification of ore or concentration of ore. But these methods are not always useful. In case, suppose I am talking of aluminium, then these methods are not useful because aluminium is very light metal. It is not having magnetic character, that means ferromagnetic character is not there with aluminium. Then what we can do? So aluminium, when we are extracting out it from bauxite, first little bit washing etc. is there, and then we are using a technique. We are dissolving that entire bauxite ore into sodium hydroxide. Aluminium oxide, basically you are aware of bauxite, which is Al2O3, which is soluble in NaOH, and it will dissolve in NaOH. Now we can filter it out. All impurities will be separated and filtered will contain sodium aluminate. Now add excess of water. As a result, that sodium aluminate will get hydrolyzed to aluminium hydroxide, AlOH thrice, which is appearing as gelatinous precipitate. Just separate out that from filtration and dry it. On drying, we are getting pure alumina, Al2O3. So we begin with alumina, that is Al2O3, but it is in impurity, and at end we got pure alumina, that is Al2O3. Then we are using another technique. Another ore of aluminium is there, that is called as cryolite. So this alumina is mixed with cryolite, and then we are using melting molten alumina, and we are going to electrolyze to get metal. So I am revising again. First step, that concentration of ore. By various techniques are there. I have discussed only few techniques, and then concentrated ore. Now we have to treat further. We are discussing some of the names of ore. For example, aluminium, as we discussed, extracted from alumina, or bauxite, or even cryolite. So like that, names of ores are there. Ore of iron, that is hematite. Another ore of iron, that is magnetite. Then for copper, chalco or chalcopyrite. Another ore of copper is cuprite. More commonly we are using cuprite. Then zinc, that is obtained from calamine. Lead, that is obtained from galena. Then mercury, that is obtained from cinnabar. So like that, various ores are there for various metals. Now, as we discussed, the ores are in form of either oxides, sulfides, sulfate. There is difference between sulfide and sulfate. So ores are in form of sulfate, ores are in form of sulfide. Many times ores are in form of carbonate. Then they can be chloride, bromide, iodide, like that. So various categories of ore, they are there, and depending upon the category, we are going to get the extraction method. So in our first part we discuss here that what is ore, then how ore is concentrated. Now we are going to discuss how metals can be obtained from ore. So it is not common method for each and everything. Methods differ. We have hematite, that is iron ore, that is Fe2O3. So first step, that we are going to concentrate the ore. Now you are aware it is magnetic ore, so we can use magnetic separator. Even flotation technique can be used, but magnetic separator is used here. Then the concentrated ore, we are mixing out with